You got to have a great pit stop.
This is where you need that good stop. Strategy's out the window.
Ricky Craven's guy's got to step it up a notch because he's been a little slow out.
Dick Berggren.
17's been killing him.
Matt Kenseth in his final pit stop of the day. If all goes according to plan, they needed this pit stop. They could not have made it all the way on fuel. They're only putting a quarter round fight in this race car. That's it. It has been terrific all day. To Matt.
Bobby Labonte already in. Todd Foster pulling off the left front. They made an air pressure adjustment in the left rear. Labonte needs help with forward fight. He's tight in the center of the corner to Steve.
Matt, Ricky Craven in just in front of Sterling Marlin. Crew Chief Mike Beam said, get all the gas in it you can in that 32. I don't want to affect the balance of this race car. He's referring to weight.
146 laps to go. Kenseth, Marlin, Labonte, the way they came onto pit road. We'll shuffle them off pit road for you when we come back to the Subway 400 on Fox.
Welcome back. Just 44 laps to go. Matt Kenseth, who has led the most laps, is leading. Sterling Marlin, Rusty Wallace running third, and Jeff Hammond the race out of pit road. What'd you see that caught your eye?
I'm telling you right now, the fact that Matt Kenseth's crew once again beat Sterling Marlin off pit road to give Matt that preferred line, get down in this on this restart, could be crucial to who wins this race.
Kenseth, the Winston Cup Rookie of the Year in 2000. His first career Winston Cup victory came nearby Charlotte in the Coca-Cola 600. Tonight on Fox Sports Net, get all the wrap-up you need from the weekend at Rockingham on NASCAR Victory Lane All Access. A full hour of interviews, highlights, analysis, wrapping up all the action from here, plus an exclusive All Access pass from one of NASCAR's fastest. Kenny Wallace takes you behind the scenes into what it takes to get ready for race day. It's NASCAR Victory Lane All Access tonight only on Fox Sports Net. So back upstairs, they're ready to go green. Mike?
Further update on David Bryant, the front tire carrier for Jimmie Johnson. He has broken his right leg and has been taken to Carolina Medical Center in Charlotte for treatment.
All right, it's getting late in the day. That sun's setting down there. It's going to be hard to see. You got lap cars all around you. You got to try to win this race, and gas mileage and tires is out the window.
Don't concern anything.
Bring me back nothing but the steering wheel.
42 laps to go.
Not only has Matt Kenseth's crew been on the mark on pit road, Matt Kenseth been all over the top of that steering wheel on restarts. It's like he shot out of a cannon.
And he has got the wolves after him too, boys. Look at that. In one lap, he just drove off and left those cats.
The front five have cleared the cars one or more laps down.
And even though these guys up front are racing for the win, there's guys back in here that are one lap down that are trying to, finish, be the first car one lap down. That's 20th place. Kevin Harvick is one lap down.
And with everybody on new tires, they're all Superman now.
Yes, sir.
For a while. Well, they've all cranked it up. It's time for you folks to crank it up. Kenseth has jumped out to a 1-second lead, much as he did on that last restart.
Right now, he's at least a tenth quicker than anybody behind him, faster than Sterling Marlin, faster than Rusty Wallace.
Yeah, I don't know what adjustments they made on that car today, but whatever they are, they have hit it right on the money. I mean, that thing has been awesome the second half of the race.
That time, he was 2.5 tenths quicker on that lap than Sterling Marlin.
Keep doing what you're doing, looking nice and smooth.
Giving him lap times and the interval back to the second place car.
And he's running down on the bottom of the racetrack. I mean, he's really been down there most all day. He's got that Mark Martin look, Keep that left wheel down on that white line and go.
Mike Wallace back in the race after repair of crash damage. Out of the shade, Sterling Marlin back into the sun on the back straightaway with the sun at his back.
Boy, it's really hard to see going down into turn one. The luxury these guys have today, though, is they got those tear-offs. So if you've saved one for the end of the day, you're not going to have that beat-up windshield like we're used to.
Look at the glare on that dash.
Of course, these are Lexan or plastic windshields. Used to run glass windshields here. We didn't know what tear-offs were. It was really bad.
But look how dark it gets right through there.
We'll talk about a driver that we've not talked about today. Started 16th, and I just want to say, I don't think anybody anticipated Robbie Gordon having the performance that he's having already and winning a race at the end of last year. But I think the whole key is the owner he's working with now, Richard Childress.
Yeah,
he knows what Robbie Gordon's looking for. He knows how to handle Robbie Gordon, and he's getting the full potential out of this young man in this race car.
Yeah, and then, every now and then a light will come on in some of these guys' heads and realize this is my best opportunity to prove myself.
He's matured a lot since a year ago. He's averaged 18th with 1 win last year at New Hampshire, the Turkey Day race.
And I think that's Ricky Cravens is the same way. I think he's realized this is a great opportunity for me to prove myself.
He just proved it to Bobby Labonte, didn't he?
He just took that opportunity.
3rd, 4th, and 5th here.
Well, if he's going to catch Matt Kenseth, he's going to have to pass all those guys pretty shortly.
Last year, Craven started 41st in this race on a provisional. Ran it to the top 5.
And he was fun to watch, too.
Yes.
Remember, he passed everybody, and it just passed all the cars.
There he is, top of the racetrack right there. It's a little early right now. Rusty has those fresh tires. He's down on the bottom, gets a good bite off the corner right there off turn 2.
This is the end of the track where he accelerates. He really comes through this end of the track. Ooh, car got a little bit loose with him that time. Back end stepped out on it. He's pushing it hard right now. He knows he's got to. There you go. Got it down on the bottom. See how much better the bottom of the track is down at 1 and 2 now?
Well, especially and also with the fresher tires. We may see him back up there later on in this run.
Got sun in 3 and 4, so you got don't have a lot of grip on this end of the track, but you're picking up grip on the 1 and 2 end.
Craven ran a lower line through 3 and 4 that time, and it paid off. He got right to Wallace's bumper. Here he goes.
He's under him. Accelerate right past him. Hey, once you get the thing where it'll stick at the bottom and you can get back in the throttle, you're going to beat that guy up on the outside.
Well, 2 laps ago, he was all at the top of 1 and 2. Rusty was at the bottom. Now they flip-flop.
Mike Skinner puff of smoke as he got up in the marbles, flames from out the exhaust pipe. And that may be the day for the Morgan McClure Chevy.
You got to have a caution. That looked like a lot of fluid looked like was coming out of that car back there.
Not going to be clearing cars. Yellow is out.
Now Skinner was way up out of the groove when that let go, but he's up where some of those drivers like to run, so caution is out for the 9th time today.
A little loose, but we better leave it this late.
Nope. No one is in touch with the leader, Matt Kenseth, to try and get a lap back.
Okay, guys. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
4 tires.
Yeah.
4 tires.
Thank you. Spare too if you got one.
Figured you'd like to hear that.
Don't leave me out here.
28 laps to go.
Got to come.
You don't think anybody will try for track position?
Oh, I think it's a two-edged sword. If the leaders go and I was middle of the pack, I might stay out. If the leaders stay out, I'm back the pack, I might come in. So it's just kind of see what the leaders do.
Well, what's the leader going to do? There's Matt Kenseth's team up on the wall, ready to come over. They got their game face on. I don't think they're faking.
Here, 4,700. Nice and smooth, guys. 4 tires on it. Nice and smooth.
19 cars on the lead lap.
And 28 laps.
All will come.
28 laps is just outside the window of reality. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it was a 20 laps, I might hang out there and...
Craven stays out.
Everybody else comes in. That's a lonely feeling.
Yeah, boys, I don't feel good about that.
Dick?
Well, he's going to come in. He's just going to take 4 tires. No adjustments in this car. It's not so long ago that they were in here. This crew now has simply got to perform flawlessly. If they do that, they've got a great shot to win this race. Best shot their driver has ever had. So far, so good. This has been a real team effort with a good crew, good driver, good car, good crew chief.
Bobby Labonte's service is already done. He beats the 24 off pit road. 1 adjustment, air pressure in the right rear.
Kenseth leads them down the end of pit road, but Rusty Wallace got out of the pit second. Then Marlin and Labonte and Ricky Craven. If he was the only driver in the lead lap not to pit, he's going to be the fella in the Bermuda shorts when everybody else is in the tuxedos. We'll see when we come back. This is NASCAR on Fox. Ricky Craven is about to take this restart as the leaders, but all the cars right behind him have 4 fresh tires.
Boy, if he just doesn't have any help. I mean, there's nobody. Everybody's got tires around him. He's a sitting duck.
And he had about 14 laps on those tires. And, you know, maybe the stopwatch had not fallen off that much, but Darrell, fresh tires just allow you to maneuver the car, move around in traffic, drive it to the bottom, drive it to the top.
Yeah, and of course what's happening right now is you got lap cars all around you with new tires, and here comes Kenseth up on the outside. And
Look at Kenseth all the way up against the wall. He ran out of racetrack in 3 and 4.
he got it up against the wall. He was trying a little too hard.
3 wide for second place.
Rusty Wallace in the middle in the 2 car.
Here's what they know, folks.
And look at Sterling. He took advantage on the bottom of the racetrack right there.
Now this is when you say, hey, maybe those 4 old tires aren't too bad because these guys are going to wreck each other.
As Kenseth and Wallace got together, Marlin took the low groove to the high road.
This is why I love Winston Cup racing. It's unpredictable. Ricky Craven's got to get up on that wheel. He's got to stay off they got to stay off that radio and let him focus. Don't talk to me right now. Just tell me how many laps there is to go. And go, Steve.
DW, let's talk to Mike Mead. Mike, tell us about your decision not to pit.
Well, we got behind here on pit road. We're just going to roll the dice here a little bit. It might bite us here, but, you know, we've been coming out like 5th or 6th, so we'll see what happens here. We're pretty good on older tires. It might bite us, but we'll see. Look.
20 laps to go when they come back. And Marlin closing right up, still running that bottom groove, but now Labonte's coming after Marlin for second.
Right now on those fresh tires, cars biting good at the bottom. Bobby Labonte, though, to the low side, headed down the front stretch, falls back in behind Sterling, going into turn 1.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but this is exciting stuff. When you got guys that kind of on different strategies, you got a guy on old tires, you got guys on new tires.
Last year's finish was exciting. Steve Park beat Bobby Labonte by just a car length.
Got a Ford, a Dodge, and a Pontiac. Got the fastest car, getting trapped back here in traffic, trying to catch back up in Kenseth.
But DW, you got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. And I think right now, Ricky Craven's going to be in a world of hurt.
Oh, once they get by him, he'll fall back. He'll fall back to the clutches of probably Jeff Gordon.
First, they got to get by him. Sterling's giving it a run.
Ooh. Side by side, going into turn 1. Craven, he'll try to go to the high side right here.
Whoa, Sterling got loose. That back end got sucked around as they went down in the corner, and he's going to put the slide job on him and take the lead.
Clear all around. Nice and smooth, and you'll check out.
Sterling Marlin trying to give Dodge wins in the first 2 races of the season for the first time in the 54-year history of NASCAR.
And Kenseth is closing back in too. Bobby Labonte taking a look on the inside of Ricky Craven down into turn 1, and he'll take the position. He'll gas it and come off ahead of him. He'll put the slide job on him, come up in front of him. Down the back they go. Boogity, boogity. All right.
Rusty Wallace dropping back into the clutches of Jeff Burton and Jeff Gordon.
Here comes Jeff Gordon on the bottom underneath Burton and Wallace. We got racing everywhere.
Here's another guy. He's into the picture right now. Tony Stewart, that 20 car.